So I thought we might have a little laugh looking at a flat earther. In this case, CC, Chris from Westchester County or something to that effect. He always has to intro his videos the same way. It's really weird. Everything about this guy is weird. Obviously, him being a flat earther, but also just his mannerisms. He's yet another lolcow ripe for the milking. Um, I don't dislike the guy per se. It's freaking weird, man. Simon Dan and a few others like to point out his craziness from time to time. So I thought I'd just take a look, fully at one of his videos just to see. This one is, of course, filmed in portrait view, and he is driving as he does this flat Earth ramble. Apparently, rockets in space, ha ha ha, on our flat Earth. Because, if you didn't know, he's a flat earther. He's going to make sure you know that. So, yeah, let's see what he has to say. Probably all that, info in his intro.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. CC here, Chris from New York, Westchester County. It's 10/4/24.
It's weird seeing another Chris as well, and it's like, I'm, I'm Chris. He's Chris. There can be only one. Nah, but seriously, it's always weird when you run across somebody with your own name, like even as common a name as Chris is. It's just like I don't know. It's hard to describe, but just that idea that you both have the same identity in the most basic sense. It's a weird thought. I'll try to articulate it better down the line. It's worth writing about. I'm sure those of you with more normal names have may have experienced it. It's a weird feeling.
I got the okay, 8 weeks. You can drive. I still got a little brace on here, but that's all right. Doesn't affect.
Okay, so I guess he was injured and he's better now. That's cool, man. I'm glad. No sarcasm. I know it sounds like there's sarcasm in my voice. There's not. I'm just kind of laughing thinking about the time his wife or whoever the hell it was got pissed off at him while he was doing a video, went off, and he still uploaded the damn video with that in it.
I'm not ready to get into how this happened, but for now, let's just say it wasn't my fault. Okay.
Oh, that's oddly not ominous, but weird. That's the word I'm looking for. Weird.
Uh, I bet you're confused right now, right? Oh, there's so many things going on. Us in the flat Earth community just love it. There's just so much shit going on right now. And there's so much on the plate. It's unfucking believable.
5 hour long live streams where people just scream at others. You guys using the same incorrect math and lying about every other photo out there to try to say, "No, the globe be wrong." What else? Oh yeah, that whole 24-hour sun final experiment thing that's gonna happen. People going down to Antarctica gonna see it and be shown, hey, you're fucking wrong, guys. Or you're just gonna make up shit about it like you always do. I don't know. Let's see where this meandering ramble goes. I was gonna say reandering there. I'm tired. It's been a busy week.
Where to begin? Where to begin? Okay, all right. All right. Oh, if you really even care. Well, okay. All right. Look, if all the allegations, which I am sure that they are real, Diddy has been doing this for 30 fucking years.
Oh my god, who gives a flying fuck about Diddy? I don't care. This has nothing to do with flat fucking Earth. What the fuck, dude? If you want to make vlogs, that's cool, but I mean, it's in what I signed up for. Don't care. Don't care.
All right, maybe not 30. I would say about 25. I think 93 got a starter, somewhere around there. 25 fucking years this guy's been doing this. Nobody has even. All of a sudden now he gets arrested. All of a sudden, where are all these celebrities running off to? The elites. Where are they running off to? Where they're getting into their jets. Meanwhile, I mean, they're so concerned about our environment, but they're getting into their jets. And where are they going? Just answer my question. Where the fuck do all these elites hide?
They're big ass mansions that are scattered around the world. You know, they. I mean, what the fuck are you asking, bro? Is this some like Illuminati conspiracy thing where they like tunnel into the center of the flat Earth and hide away from us mere mortals like mole people, or the fucking crab people? You know, looks like crab talks like people hanging out down there with them. You know, are they with the underpants gnomes in coalition with them? What the fuck, dude? Shit, this guy's a comedy gold mine. Oh, let's keep going.
Do they go to Australia, or do they go beyond the ice wall? That could be very well possible. And when I say
It could just be, going past the ice wall. It's totally possible. What is this, fucking like, Chronicles of Narnia, bro? I mean, I know about various flat Earth constructs of the world, and one being the Antarctic ice wall, being a barrier for lands beyond the world as we know it. I mean, it's a cool fantasy setting. It really is. But that's just it. As a work of fanciful fiction, not as actual reality. You live in crazy world, man. I mean, I love me some well done fantasy. I love me some sci fi. But I don't think it's real. I don't think the Force is real. As much as I love the Guild Wars universe, I don't think I can take a portal through the mists to Tyria. Alright? I'm not going to be hanging out with some, fucking centaurs. Not going to have my own gang of Skrit foraging for random stuff for me, because that'd be fucking awesome. And I love me some rats. So some little rat creatures that are like sentient and I can convince to do stuff, that'd be fucking awesome. But it's not going to happen because it's all fantasy. It's all stories. It's all just fun. But you take fantasy as reality. It's wild. Because, like, I think this guy genuinely believes this stuff. I don't think he's a shill like some of the other flat earthers out there. I think this guy seriously has a problem and legitimately believes this 100%. I kind of feel bad for him. But then again, he puts this stuff out, so, I'll have some fun. No hate intended. Just having some fun. You'll notice I've been nice. I don't think I've actually had to drop any four-letter words so far. So, that should tell you plenty about my opinion.
ice wall, let's reiterate here.
Like, I don't feel like being, outright rude, because he's generally harmless. I'm just having some fun here.
I'm talking about a shoreline, okay? And that contains everything. I've gotten into that many times. And that shoreline, or our shoreline, goes around the entire world. Yes, it does. Unfortunately, you live on a flat, stationary land.
So, there's world beyond the world. I mean, the implication of the concept of world is an all-encompassing unit. So, if there's more beyond that, then it isn't the entire world. Like, I know this is just sort of a semantics thing, grammatical issue, but kind of betrays that your grasp of the concepts is a little loose there, buddy.
That shoreline increases in size and height. As a matter of fact, at the highest point of the shoreline of Antarctica is the tallest.
Wait. Okay, first off, is he saying shoreline or shoreline? Now, understand certain accents from the New York area. There's gonna be a lot of ooze put in there. Um, Sorry, as much as I like language and accents, I'm not well trained in the terminology. You think I'd have gotten around to that, but been too busy playing Guild Wars. I'm gonna presume he's meaning to say shoreline. Doesn't really matter. I just wanted to bring it up. But what he said a sec ago, what? How did he say Antarctica?
Of the shoreline of Antarctica.
Antarctica. Antarctica. Instead of Antarctica. I'm nitpicking here. I'm not getting anywhere with that. I just wanted to make sure that's how he said it. Cause that's a new one for me. I don't think I've ever heard anyone say Antarctica. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like it. It's wrong, but I kind of like it. Antarctica. Huh. There you go. There's fantasy writing 101. You take an actual term or name, take a chunk off of it, then take another little chunk out of it, and there you go.
Is the tallest mountain in the entire world. Except about Black Rock. I'm not sure what's going on with the North Pole out there and how our compasses work. But God.
Okay. This is obviously deep lore that I'm not familiar with. Last I checked, depending on how you measured it, we got Mount Everest, or you have isn't it the Big Island of Hawaii is technically taller than Everest based on how you would measure it from its actual material base. I think that's the case. Um, but either way, and whatever he's talking about with Black Rock and the North Pole, I mean, obviously he's trying to say some, that's where magnetic fields generated from, and that's how magnets work, or the compasses work. Okay.
Whoever it may be. And I pretty much mention he or she, whoever it may be, in all my videos, because you have to understand, I never believed in God. I thought I was brainwashed. You see, I was fucking brainwashed with all this nonsense that's on the TV and all this garbage and all the shit that I learned in school. Brainwashed!
Whoa, you got angry pretty quickly there, buddy. I need you to take it down a notch. This is a relaxed zone here. We're feeling good. We're not getting angry this time, for once. Okay? Gonna be cool for me, Chris? I don't hate you. So relax, buddy. Okay? We good? Okay.
Thinking that we are just an accident when we're not. All of this was an accident in some fucking. I'll get into space news too.
Universe isn't an accident. The planet isn't an accident. Life isn't an accident. Applying accident implies mistakes. It has a negative connotation. It's poisoning the well using that particular language. But things being planned, things being some magical creation, no evidence thereof. Period.
Okay, all right. I know there's just so much shit to cover, and there's so much bullshit that's going on.
Ladies and gentlemen, in Chris's 3 minutes 21 seconds, he has used more profanity than I have in however long this video has been going currently. Have I actually said much of anything wrong? I actually can't remember, so let me know in the comments if I have actually dropped any major bombs. I might have done one or two, but ever since getting going with the video, I know I haven't said anything rough. This is the most PG video I've ever done. Feeling good. Not that good though. CC looks a little too happy right there. But come on, tone it down, buddy. We're friends here.
To keep all these trained fucking rats, I like to call them our NPCs. Pick your choice, whichever you like. I prefer NPC, but doesn't matter.
How do you do, fellow children? Next thing you know, he's going to be saying skibbity riz riz gyat.
They're all confused. So anyway, back to Diddy. That's been going on for 25 years.
Whoa. And now we're going back to Sean Combs? Okay. Boy, this thing's got more twists and turns than... I was going to say something, but I'm not. I'm going to be good here. It's something that has many twists and turns. A maze. One of those little mazes that you can hold, and it's got the little ball bearing in it, and you got to rotate it around. Not the ones that are like puzzles that are like traps and like you got to do just right, otherwise the thing falls. Those annoy me. But just the normal little mazes, those are cool.
Okay, or 30 years, or whatever it is. Decades and decades of parties. Okay, and God only knows if this guy, if there was one video that even showed, I don't even want to get into it, like down in his mansion that they were, tunnels and stuff. God only
Is he gonna bring up the baby oil? Please tell me he brings up the baby oil.
knows what goes on in those tunnels, right? That's scary shit, man. Tunnels underneath your mansion spells nothing but trouble. Okay, then we have the presidency. Everything that's going on with Trump and everything that's going on with the other guy or woman. I'm sorry.
Well, I think we've learned where his political leanings are, given what he knows and seems to actually care about.
She's a total disaster. They couldn't put anybody in there quick enough. They didn't know who to get. They didn't know where to go, so they chose her. And as
I can't see where. I'm not trying to get political. I don't necessarily want to, even though ironically my like on X Twitter my political opinions are very well stated. Um, I don't get this whole thing from the right of she just is just completely incompetent, unqualified. It's like just otherwise just a random toss in. It's like what? Ha- Where are you getting this? I mean, seems to meet qualifications like most other presidents we've had. I was gonna say seems more qualified than someone who's had a string of virtually every business they start failing, and that's their claim to fame, is having enough money to just, fail upwards. As far as I'll say on the matter, but I just don't get it. I think sometimes I can see where political jabs are coming from one way or the other, but I just don't see it here.
you can see, she's just a bumbling idiot. Who's going to win? I don't know. I don't know. We might be at WW3 by at that point.
Yeah, she's the bumbling idiot. And Trump's ramblings have gotten worse and worse as time has gone on. Age is catching up to him just like it did Biden. It's kind of interesting how in the past few years how downhill Donny Boy has gone. Just saying.
What's going on? I mean, come on, dude. It's everything is happening that we said was going to happen. All of it. All of it, just all there to confuse you. And if you think that Hollywood has. All right, let's take a look at Hollywood real quick.
Can we not? We're 5 minutes in and you ain't said shnikes on space. Come on, man. I'm here for the rocketry. I'm here for the space.
Okay, Diddy has been running it and producing it.
Oh God! And here's Diddy again. Sorry, guys. I just need a moment. Is this really what Chris's videos are all like? Cece, buddy. Seriously. You might have succeeded in making sure that I don't cover you moving forward, because I like to show the full video and do long form reactions, but man, this is rough.
And producing music and hiring everybody and getting them in. Like Taylor Swift. Oh, yes, she was a nobody. Now she's a billionaire. Oh, and then we have that other kid, Bieber, or whatever the fuck his name is.
Bieber hasn't been relevant for at least 5 years. I don't even hear people ripping into him at all, like proper music critics. I don't know what he could have. I don't recall any major releases in the past 5 years. I'm sure there's been something through him, but dude, what? As far as Taylor Swift thing goes, I mean, I saw her, gain her little popularity, and then for some reason when she switched to pop, it just every single pumpkin spice latte girl in the universe decided that was their idol. So I don't know. Welcome to marketing.
who suspiciously sold all of the rights to all of his records and everything else just a few months ago. We weren't sure why, because he said he suffered from something. But I don't.
Yeah, I forgot his health is he's got something going on. It's kind of severe. Yeah, yeah, that's going on. I wish I could remember at the moment, but yeah, feel for you, man. You know, we all used to make fun of Bieber during the baby, 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 oh days, because, teeny pop bullshit. And his, more urban appearance and career has been, kind of laughable, depending on your perspectives of music and such. But, you know, no hate for the guy. He didn't directly cause any harm to anyone, as far as I know, so, no reason to hate him. Oof. This went down. This went downhill kind of quick. Now I'm depressed again. Oh well, let's laugh at CC's funniness when he does say something funny. So far, he's just kind of been annoying.
Don't think that he actually did that was a problem. Okay, see, now I'm getting off of the subject with Hollywood. If you can't see, Hollywood is a disgrace and that it's evil and the people that run it are fucking evil, fucking psychotic devil worshippers, then you're lost.
I wouldn't go that far. I mean, there's some egocentric fucks who pander to whatever lowest common denominator will pay them for the privilege of being spoon-fed bullshit. But yeah. Also, this weird idea that everyone we don't like worships the devil. It's like you say atheists worship the devil. They don't believe in a devil, in a literal Satan, a literal demon who does bad things. And again, if you really study things, you end up seeing that. Honestly, the Satan character is actually probably the good one in the story, but that's a whole other discussion. Suffice it to say, yeah, this shit's just weird.
Okay? If you think we live on a fucking spinning wet ball and everything that you've learned.
Okay, to interrupt him rambling about spinning wet ball, Justin Bieber's been diagnosed with Ramsay Hunt syndrome. There's ear causing paralysis. Oof, that's rough. Yeah, no hate to Bieber. I hope things go well. I'd actually be kind of bummed to hear something happened to him because it's just like, that just kind of suck. Welcome to human empathy, where even if I don't like someone's creative work, I can still care about them as a fellow human being. Much like I don't hate Cece here, but man, he's kind of annoying me. Now, I don't like Kent, and I sure as hell don't like Matt Powell, but excluding people like that, usually pretty empathetic. Where were we? Oh, right, him rambling about spinning wet balls.
Is true, then you're lost. You just don't know what the hell is going on. You don't know. You don't know the conspiracy. It's not a conspiracy.
Except it is. It totally is, bro.
It's true. They say that conspiracy word, and it just everybody their eyes glass over, And then in science news, oh yeah, now, all of a sudden the telescope, James Webb Telescope, who can't zoom in on Apollo 11, but yet we have nice CGI pictures of that.
Okay, whoa. Okay, first off, the constant CGI photo claim is just fuck off with that, bro. All right, I'm dropping the pretense. I've been nice on this stuff. Fuck off with that. You always say that shit. Prove it or get the fuck out. Oh right, you're just gonna claim it becomes a bunch of just typical bullshit. But yet again, just like Hubble, these things are designed to look out the extreme distances, very, very, very small portions of the sky. Because when you zoom in, you lose your field of view, you lose the scope, and gain precision and detail in the area you're zooming in. So trying to take James Webb, which is already orbiting at a Lagrange point, if it was, let's say, in a hypothetical position to take an image of the surface of the moon, um, it's not designed to do that kind of stuff, and it's an infrared level telescope anyway. So, I mean, I guess good thermal reflections of sunlight, but then you would still just claim that the photo is fake when you claim that actual like film photographs from the era are equally fake. There is no winning with flat earthers because you just claim everything is faked. So your point is pointless because it's self-defeating for you to bring up. You get that, right? Like, so no one who knows your game is going to take you seriously asking for that or bringing that up even as a thing, even if it was a possibility within the design scope of James Webb. So what you happen? You take James Webb and you were to aim it at the moon, and at the scales that it's set up for, you get like super zoom on the moon. Super zoom, very close. That would be a fucking blur because of the speed everything's going at. And I've already given this too much of my time and consideration. There's just so much going on that I cannot even explain it to you. That's not my job.
From 238,000 miles away or 36,000 miles away or whatever they say it may be, but it's not. It's only about 70 or 80 miles away up there in our amazing light show that we have it up in our sky.
Bullshit. Yeah, firmament dome, the flat earth, epicycles. The earth is flat.
Anyway, so we now have evidence of some sort of there's another Tesla. Oh, this one's wrapped. Nice. How many problems with that Tesla, huh?
Hey, you need to get your ADHD medicine refilled, alright, bro? Alright? I guess you're talking about a Cybertruck. You're saying how many problems with it. I mean, all the Teslas have problems. I kind of like them. You think I'd hate them? Kind of like them. But, not the Cybertruck, but general Tesla vehicles. But they have serious quality problems. Quality control is shit. But, yeah, your ADHD is a motherfucker, man. And I'm one to say that, given the way I behave.
All right, forget it. Okay, all right.
There you go.
Back. They're all over here. I mean, this is the first time I've driven in like freaking 8 weeks. Been out. Look at this. Hello. That's great. No ticker, nothing. From New Jersey. Doesn't give a fuck.
Sorry, but I will always find New Yorkers talking about New Jersey to be fucking hilarious. It's just something you can relate to. Like everywhere you live, you have like if you live anywhere near another state, you have that adjacent state that you're just like, oh yeah, you're from there. And just the whole New York hates New Jersey thing has always been hilarious to me.
Who cares? Who cares? Look at him. He's blocking 2 lanes.
No, we can't look at him, dude. The camera's fixed on your face. I can see some trees in the background. I can see that there are cars behind you. I can see light poles. I can see the sky, kind of. That's it. Go on, Cece. If you're gonna vlog like a boss. Not this shit.
He doesn't have a paper plate, though. They finally did the crackdown on that. It only took him 10 years. How long have I've been talking about these paper plates that have been going on? How long? How long have I been talking?
What are you talking about? Temp tags? Is there an issue with New Jersey and registration and license plates on vehicles? I mean, yeah, I don't know. I can't expect him in the video to have explained everything again. Clearly, if I watch the back catalog, I'd know this. But I mean, yeah, if it's the temp tags, so the paper plate, so to speak, that's usually customary when you buy a vehicle. And yeah, it's down here in Memphis, it's heavily exploited. Fake plates everywhere. Drive out tags ahoy. Everyone's stealing from, every store out there. They drive away. Oh, it's drive out tags that, come back to a vehicle that doesn't exist. It's beautiful. Gotta love it.
Talking about those ghost cars that have been going on. And now finally they're doing something. Oh, see, now I lost my train of fucking thought. I totally.
You never had a train of thought to begin with.
Oh, okay. All right, back to James Webb Telescope. That's right. Alert, alert, alert. All you science freakoids out there that actually believe this, they found a planet that has city lights. That's right. Yes, that's beautiful.
No. What the hell is this guy on? I'm gonna look this up while he rambles some more.
It's awesome, man. And I believe SpaceX just took off a couple of days ago, and it was circling the apparent this ball that you think you live on, and the rockets were going while it was going around this ball. How?
Okay, so I see a piece from March of 2023. James Webb Telescope detects light from a smaller flight planet and finds it's missing its atmosphere. I mean, oh, okay. Is this what he's talking about? I'm not seeing city lights in my when I search it. You know, JWST city lights, and I don't see it. Let's see, planet with city lights discovered a brown dwarf that may possibly display aurora. Okay, so we're talking a brown dwarf, which is, you know, a phase in between what Jupiter is and a small star that's actually going through fusion. A brown dwarf is basically a star that just hadn't gotten to that critical mass for stellar fusion to start happening in its core. Um, so aurora, given the intense magnetic field such a star would have, especially if it's a well, it would have to be, you know, a population one star, so relatively metal rich. That would definitely help. Um, yeah, it would make sense to have aurora. So that must be what you're talking about. And of course, if someone puts anything in a quotes or something in a news headline, weirdos pick up on it and think that's, you know, absolute scientific fact, that it's a treatise on something. And then talking about SpaceX, just to call yeah, SpaceX, they launch often. They are the general purpose launch provider that a lot of groups go with. But let's jump back a hair and let's see what you're getting at.
Rockets were going while it was going around this ball. How can a rocket work in space? Time and time again.
This is explained in immaculate detail and has been a principle understood for centuries. Laws of motion. Look them up. The way reaction masses work, they don't push off air that's around them. It's not hard to figure out. You can literally see it with a balloon. Balloon doesn't push on the air around it. Forces. Basic science. This is what kills me is they simple physics like that they act clueless on, and yet they simultaneously claim to be such experts that they can debunk every single aspect of both solar centrism, because most of the time they're geocentrists anyway. Well, they'd have to be with the way the firmament and all that shit is. They debunk every aspect of actual science and somehow come up with bullshit that supports their crazy ass idea. It's mental. Flat earthers are just young Earth creationists like Hovind are bad, but flat earther logic is just infuriatingly stupid.
We have proven that flames do not work in fucking the vacuum of space.
Why do you think an oxidizer? Let me explain a rocket for you, CC. You have a fuel, a combustible thing. Let's say kerosene. You have an oxidizer, something to provide oxygen to get for the critical components of these chemical reactions, this burning process, as it were. So this hydrogen oxygen reaction that happens in the hydrocarbon chains of the kerosene and with the oxygen in the oxidizer, most commonly used liquid oxygen, but there can be other things. My personal favorites are dimethylhydrazine and nitrogen tetroxide. Hydrazine carrying hydrogen in it, nitrogen tetroxide, 2 nitrogen, 4 oxygen. There you go. Both very toxic, used in the Titan II missile, amongst others. Lets out a really cool orange colored flame. Um, really cool stuff. Fun fact, it's used in a lot of airbags. So you actually have a tiny bit of what amounts to old nuclear missile fuel in the airbag system in your car. Or so is my understanding of a common use for those compounds today. Could be mistaken. Whatever case, cool shit. Point is, those react, especially when sparked up. They react. Oxygen and hydrogen bond in a certain way, other compounds do whatever they're going to do, but you get a release of energy that heats up the resulting compounds. They push out, they expand, hitting the nozzle of the rocket, the bell, the engine bell. That generates a force. Now, of course, this isn't a completely encompassing bell. There's an opening at the end, so that area does not experience a force. So what happens when your force is greater one way versus the other? It moves. This is trivial to understand and visualize. There's my treatise on rockets and other stuff. Jets work the same way. They just pull in oxygen through the air and use most of the air mass that they're going through as part of the reaction mass. Because jets are fucking cool. And technically, a rocket is a type of jet.
Can't light a match in the vacuum of space. You can't.
You can if you get oxygen near it or it has an oxidizer in it. You could make a match that would burn in space. It would be a very weird effect, but you could make it happen. You just bind an oxidizer and then still go through the frictiony process. It'd be weird, but you could do it.
Ignite anything from the vacuum of space. You can't move in the vacuum of space, and if it actually really existed up there and there was.
So you say you can't do these things in the vacuum space, but you also say that it doesn't exist. Then how would you know that you can't do these things? Because you state it with certainty that the spaces, no pun intended, exist. So which is it, Chris? Do these exist and you can't do it? Or do they not exist and therefore it is untestable whether or not you could do it because no such examples exist, even though we can generate vacuum chambers, vacuum areas via vacuum chambers on Earth and test these things and we can show these things trivially.
Space and planets to go to and all this other nonsense, you would be spinning around like a fucking hamster in a wheel with a rocket in space because there's no way to, it's like being in free fall in a fucking pool.
What?
You're not going anywhere. You need something to hold on to in order to go straight or left or right. There's
No, you apply the force in the direction you wish to go. That's simple. And if you want to do some complex maneuvering, you can gimbal your engines, but that can result in things going south really quick. So generally, you point in the direction you want to go, and then you thrust. You ever play Asteroids? It's kind of how it works. In fact, that's a really good basic simulation on how it works. Sans being in orbit, because orbital mechanics get really fucking weird. But, yeah, bruh. The fuck are you on about? Oh, right, flat earther.
nothing to hold on to. There's no water. If there was water, all right.
Water. Oh man, is he like mid-stroke during this? Because I feel like these are the thoughts of somebody going through serious brain damage in real time. Or maybe that's just me having to hear this shit.
Then you can actually steer something, but there's nothing there. That's why they call it space. Okay, that's right. That's
Hey, Cece, you know the principle I explained earlier about the whole different pressures? You can put little tiny rockets on your craft. Usually four in a quad setup works really well. Some vehicles would have more complicated setups like the space shuttle, but Apollo Command Service Module had four sets of four. And have them in the right positions, and you fire them the right way, you can start spinning. You go this way, go that way, balance the forces out. I would love to show a demonstration of it. I'd fire up Kerbal Space Program if it wasn't for the fact that, I don't think I could record and honestly run it at the same time, given my old ass computer. Plus, who'd want to wait on letting that load forever? But I would show you the principles because it's very basic stuff. Very basic.
why they call it space, because there's nothing there. It's space. It's like a space in between sentences. Yep, that's right. Nothing in between, which means there's nothing there. So,
Thank God, he's really proud of himself for this, isn't he? Oh, man. I don't feel bad. I feel like I'm picking on someone with an actual problem. Oh, well. He's got 1,000 plus videos of him putting this stuff out. If he had any serious problems, it would have, it would have already been addressed. So, this is just him being him. He deserves it. And I'm still being nice, but dude, the fuck are you on about?
if a rocket was in space, it would just go around in a circle and not go anywhere.
Okay, so what's causing it to go around in a circle in your hypothetical? How is it getting any momentum? Would it be the same principles I just described? So you're saying that force can be generated and is enacted, but it would just cause it to go in a circle, when that's not the case, but simultaneously saying that no force can be generated, is generated, or would even work. So which is it?
Because there's nothing to grab onto. There's no wind. There's no air. There's nothing there. And that's it. And if you think
CC, if you were to, for whatever reason, drive that car off of a bridge, pretty tall one, say you get a few seconds of free fall before you hit the ground. Now, I'm certainly not saying you should, certainly not saying I want that to happen, but just since you're driving. So, you're driving, engine putting torque on the wheels moving car forward. You go off bridge. You're not grabbing onto anything. The wheels are doing nothing but just spinning free. Are you moving because the wheels are grabbing the air? Or is it the inertia of you already having gone off? So, this whole thing of saying you're grabbing onto something is meaningless because inertia's a thing. And once we've already gathered that you can generate a force if you bring oxygen, a portable form of oxygen atoms, with a fuel, you can get them to combust. And the principles of basic pressure differentials, in that you get the combustion, you get the expansion, you get it pushing against the engine bell, and then the rest exhausts out, thus not generating a force. You get force in a direction where there's no resistance, everything's fine, and you just keep on coasting. Very simple stuff. This is clown world, baby. That's all I'm saying.
that you can project a rocket or a capsule or whatever the fuck they're saying in NASA and land it on the fucking moon, then land it on a fucking meteor, and everything's traveling at all this amazing speeds, you're fucking...
Yep. Isn't math fucking wonderful? You got some real smart people using incredible technology, including, of course, something that's not technology, their brains. The amazing capabilities of the human brain to actually think outside of our normal reality. Something that you obviously weren't blessed with, save for this ice wall garbage, but people like me sure as hell can. And they did the math on all of this, built the equipment, and fucking made it happen. And your retort is, nuh-uh. I know better, because I'm Chris from Westchester County.
Lost. Lost beyond fucking belief, and I can't fucking help you. Okay? Or you're just a troll and you're just trolling us. I would probably suspect you're fucking a troll and you're trolling us, because if you don't know any of this by now.
So, you think I'm a troll. Right. Right, yeah. That's what it is. Oh yeah, I obviously know the planet's flat. It's obviously flat. Everyone's just lying about it for no fucking reason. Just cause. Just everyone's in on it, except for you and a few other people. You seriously need an evaluation, bro. Seriously.
We have been doing this for too many fucking years now. Too many fucking years we've been doing this. Okay? And still people believe in bullshit. Total no-
Is it just me, or is he driving more aggressively as he gets angry? I mean, I know that's a common trait, but I just want to point out that I think he seems to be driving pretty damned aggressively at this point where he's getting angry in his car while driving to who knows where, filming this video. This man does not have his priorities straight. At all.
Nonsense.
I mean, I'm legit amazed he hasn't wrecked during recording one of these. Or maybe he has, and that's why his foot was hurt. I don't know. Be interested to find out. But I'm waiting for it to happen now.
See, I got into the presidency, I got into space.
I guess he does these in the car now because after his wife probably, or whoever it is, probably told him they're sick and tired of him doing them in the house, he had to take it outside. But of course he has to also drive while he does it instead of just sit parked or whatever, or come up with a different way to do these things, so whatever.
And I've got like 4 or 5 other things to talk about, but I'm almost at my destination, and I had to take a test run because I want to make sure, the doctor's right, everything is healed up.
Oh, you were actually going somewhere? Okay.
At this point, yeah, I mean, my ankle's swollen, and that's going to be like that for at least 8 months. But that's all right. I'll deal with it. As long as I can get out there and I can start working again. I mean, Jesus.
You have a job? I thought you just sat around doing this all day. I'm actually surprised. He's employed? Or am I reading too deep into that?
Anyway, I don't want to get into it, but that's my little ranting that I've been bottled up for the last fucking 8 weeks, and it's been...
Yeah, because you can't do these videos from inside. Because you get yelled at for being a fucking idiot. Oh.
Driving me nuts that I can't... Thank you for subbing, and thank you for viewing my videos. Let me be a part of your life.
Okay, so that was a video that exists. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you want me to cover more CC? Do you want me to look at more flat earthers? You want me to look at some other kind of content? Have some fun with whatever? Let me know. Thanks for watching. You're fucking awesome. Catch all y'all next time.